Camden Murphy and Charlie Pawkin are chasing Cody Saucier and Tom Meents for overall event wins. With Cody out this weekend and Steven Sims in his place, is this the opening for one of them to get their second overall event win? Or is this the event that the ladies, Rosalie and Brianna, show the men they can do anything, they can do better, and hoist an event trophy? We'll see who has what it takes as the clash for the Stadium Championship Series Yellow Overall Event Championship begins now. Talked about this matchup all year as Bakugan Dragonoids Camden Murphy and Gravediggers Charlie Pawkin will now go head-to-head.
You know, I had a bet when we were in Australia against Camden Murphy to see who could take home the most event points, and we got him. But you know what? Camden has made such strides in such a short amount of time.
It's hard to bet against Camden Murphy, but Charlie Pawkin has beaten him this year already. Now they are back over the ramp into our second half of this track. Charlie Pawkin getting up on 3 tires now as Camden Murphy trying to take advantage, and he does across the finish line. What a run for Bakugan Dragonoid.
Wow, look at that time, man. That was the fastest time all night, I believe.
With the win, Camden Murphy gets 14 points. Tom Meents, the professor, a master at this competition, hit the fans with his signature move, the maximum moonwalk.
That's just, I have no word for that. I mean, it's just incredible to see a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck back up on a container and actually power off with 2 wheels on the ground and such composure doing it. It's amazing.
And he can just keep it up there all day long, but you have to wonder what the fans were thinking as this only finished 4th.
Yeah, sometimes you can make it look too easy. I know the fans want to see a lot of out-of-control movements with these trucks. Here's another guy that makes it look too easy sometimes, too. Camden Murphy, he's the only one attempting this move. I haven't seen anybody do this yet.
Camden Murphy couldn't parlay his racing win into a skills challenge win, but this move, only 3rd place. A tough crowd here in Anaheim tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure, Scott. Nonetheless, though, great job by Camden Murphy.
Steven Sims in Monster Energy with a popper into a nose wheelie. Great precision here for him as well. For him being out of a truck for as long as he was, to come in and do a move like this, incredible.
Yes, for sure. It's like riding a bike for these guys. They're so talented, and once you get this move down, you got it.
Monster Energy would finish in 2nd place. It was Charlie Pawkin who thrilled fans with his textbook slap wheelie, beating out the competition to win his 2nd Great Clip Skills Challenge of the season. Doesn't get any better than that.
I love it. I love seeing an old school move like a slap wheelie, which I love, take 1st place. Way to go, Charlie Pawkin.
And the Chucky Dance was out in Anaheim. Let's take a look at the standings for this competition. Charlie Pawkin getting 14 points for the win. Saigon Shaker and Obsessed both suffered setbacks in racing. They have yet to emerge from the pits. Neither team has received any points for the night at all. Barry, that's got to be extremely frustrating.
Yeah, such a tough break for both teams. I mean, Ryan Disher's a long way from home, and Eric Swanson, this is like a hometown show for him, so I know both of those teams are working feverishly to get back for freestyle.
Here comes the 2019 Wow Factor Award winner, John Gordon.
Nice.
And he is going to hit that ramp and get right to it, gets a save, and then up over another ramp. So a great start for John Gordon behind the wheel of Bad Company.
That was an awesome start. Let's see if he can continue that momentum and just put together a great freestyle. Of course, the look of this truck is impeccable with that neon orange. It just pops, man. It's awesome.
John Gordon's got that crew chief pedigree, crewing for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Now, this is his truck. This is his baby, owned by Dustin Rogers. But John Gordon building a brand now in Bad Company. You mentioned the color scheme. I love the orange, the way it pops out, but we're going to see the way it pops up here onto this freestyle ramp, the FMX ramp on the center of the pad. Nice jump for John Gordon. Again, getting it straight up on Bad Company. A little bit of an issue getting back over that ramp.
Yeah, he's got it a little bit out of rhythm, but you know what? The great thing about these Monster Jam racing tracks is there's so many approaches, there's so many ramp faces that you can just go from one move to the next. He's back in rhythm right now.
The wow moment is what the fans are looking for. Great jump here as we get a great look at that Monster Energy backflip ramp. We'll see if John Gordon goes for that later on here in this run. Hitting the throttle, accelerating straight up. Not a lot of air there. Probably didn't get as much as he wanted, but still going. Getting a little bit of a slap wheelie on the way down.
I really love the way this truck sounds. He's got a kind of a unique exhaust setup with his headers on there. Really makes for a nice, crisp, clean, high horsepower sounding Monster Jam truck.
John Gordon drives with his emotions. He gets very fired up behind the wheel. He lets his emotions dictate his rhythm on the track. Some cross-threading, getting it down in the center of the track. Now John Gordon coming back around. Slowing it down a little bit, squaring himself up. Here we go. John Gordon going to try for the 8-pack, and Bad Company will land it. There is your 2019 Wow Factor Award winner.
Wow, that was picture perfect. I mean, my favorite backflip move is the 8-pack backflip, and that was textbook. Onto a great another step-up jump there. Looked like he tried for a little stoppy there. It's going to end it there with a great run, which might capitalize here for Rosalie Raymond, though. She's got a chance to bring the crowd back to life.
Rosalie Raymond, not only a talented driver, she may be the smartest competitor in the field, a former mechanical engineering major at Georgia Tech University just outside of Atlanta. So she has the pedigree with her dad, Kelvin Raymond, as her crew chief in Watsonville, California. She has the mental ability to outsmart her competitors, and she has the physical prowess to flat out beat every single competitor in this series.
Yeah, and you never know what Rosalie has got up her sleeve. Usually she likes to start freestyle with a big wow factor, big air jump, just like here off the step-up jump. And she didn't take that approach this time, but she definitely had it in her repertoire as her father looks on to be able to say, all right, I hit that jump, the adrenaline is rolling, I'm going to give you some more.
You know, as a parent, we love to beam when we see our kids doing amazing things, but I don't think I've ever seen a smile as big as Kelvin Raymond's after a Rosalie freestyle run. He just lights up the sky with his smile, so proud of what his daughter has accomplished.
That's what Monster Jam is all about, that fun family environment. And what better story than to have your daughter out here representing for all the ladies, all the girl Monster Jam fans, and of course everybody else. You know, I love it. Kelvin Raymond's such a good dude, and he's got his daughter in the sport, and she's rocking the house.
So we've seen the 8-pack backflip come into play. We've yet to see the Monster Energy backflip come into play. Look at that slap wheelie on one tire. Great move. Learned that from her dad.
She had the presence of mind to back it down at the very right moment. Let's see what she's lining up for here, though.
Here we go. I'm excited. This could be the wow moment we've been looking for. The backflip ramp skies it a corkscrew and saves it. What a save. That could be the save of the night for Rosalie Raymond.
Wow. And as you see, she goes right into first place, 9.240. That's going to be a tough score to beat.
And here is Steven Sims in Monster Energy. This guy has that pedigree as well with his dad, Steve Sims, driving Stone Crusher, of course, the owner of Monster Trucks Limited. So he's been around for a long time, but has quite the layoff when it comes to freestyle. What kind of rust might Steven Sims be feeling tonight?
No rust at all. He jumps right in the seat like he's never left. And let me tell you, when Steven Sims gets that rhythm going, as you can see, he's pulled off 2 slap wheelies in a row. So he's just building that time, building that momentum to put together a great Monster Energy freestyle.
Monster Energy, that truck built for Cody Saucier, so fast around the track. Steven Sims has done a great job tonight of living up to that name and living up to the legacy, so to speak, of Cody Saucier. Great wheelie for Monster Energy.
Steven Sims' throttle rhythm and his throttle control is what led to that wheelie off of that combo move, and he's just keeping it rolling. Looks like he's about to lose the front clip at any moment now.
I'm going to ask you a question, Barry. How old were you when you first got behind the wheel of a monster truck?
Oh, man, I was probably 30.
Steven Sims was 14 years old the first time he drove a monster truck, and that's why he can do jumps like that.
And it shows for sure. I mean, that was a great move. He shut it down before getting too close to the wall protection. He's rolling, man. I really want to see if he can pull off a backflip in this run. I think that's one thing that he's got to do, because in order to take over first place, Rosalie Raymond executed it in wild fashion. I mean, she didn't just land it. She did another roll and landed on the tire. So let's see if Steven Sims can match that wow factor energy.
When he started driving a monster truck, he had the itch to do it competitively, but his dad made him go to college, made him take a couple years off, so he got the education, came right back, and a great cross thread up over the pod and back down. He's got multiple World Finals appearances. Steven Sims, now known internationally in Monster Jam. You've been on those tours. You know what it's like to compete overseas, and now slowing down a little bit. Where are we going? The 8-pack backflip. What air for Monster Energy, and almost landed it. What went wrong on the 8-pack?
Wow, just a little bit of over rotation there, but he put together a great run from top to bottom. What a great night for Steven Sims.
The original super glue glued to the action replay. Here is the 8-pack, skies it, just lost a little bit of control on the landing, and now we move to the Professor, Tom Meents. What else can you say about the man who has done it all 12 times over?
One thing I want to say is let's just see what he's got to offer, because after seeing what Steven Sims did, that's just going to drive Tom Meents to one-up him. He wants the crowd on his side. Max D Fire looks great. He's my Team Fire teammate, so I'm cheering for him. Let's see what he's got tonight.
Tom Ment's been around for a very, very long time. I say that almost jokingly. 1993 is when he made his debut. Fans know him worldwide for trucks like Team Ment's, Goldberg, and then Maximum Destruction. Now Max D Fire, there's the air from the professor of Monster Jam University.
Man, and that was just effortless. That truck accelerated like no other Monster Jam truck I've seen. The Max D truck, huge air right there, but it's built completely different from a lot of the other trucks on the circuit. It's got a front engine, it's got a coil spring suspension on the shocks, so it's really different, but it handles really well.
As a Hall of Fame resume, one of only 7 drivers in Monster Jam history to win both a Freestyle World Championship and a Racing World Championship, joining the likes of Dennis Anderson, Ryan Anderson, Adam Anderson, Todd LeDuc, Jimmy Cretin, and Medusa. Not bad company for the future Hall of Famer of Monster Jam.
Yes, indeed, and it looks like he got a little lost there turning around. Let's see if he can get back to true Tom Ment's, the professor status on this freestyle run, and just rock the house.
You know you're going to see that wow moment from him. He wants to give the fans everything that they paid for here tonight. He always talks about that, sending the fans home happy. He is turning it around and lining it up for the Monster Energy backflip ramp. He's got a great angle. Let's see what he's got. Come on, Tom Mentz, up and over, skies it, lands it, bounces. Can he hang on?
Oh, man, tough break there. The rebound is what carried him over. That was a beautiful backflip. If he could have just hung on there and gave another wow factor, he might have propelled himself into first place. Charlie Pawkin is definitely up to the task, though.
And here comes Charlie Pawkin, a former World Finals freestyle champion himself in 2010. Climbed all the way to the top of the mountain in Monster Mud. Trying to make it back to a World Championship is got to be in the sights for Charlie Pawkin. But, of course, tonight his sights are set on that overall event championship.
You know, it really takes a true veteran, a lot of talent. Oh, as he almost got up on the side there, he saved it. He's back rolling. But what I was going to say is it takes a true veteran to really conquer a crowded track like this. Great slap wheelie attempt. It's perfect. I think Charlie can do slap wheelies in his sleep.
That won him the Great Clip Skills Challenge earlier tonight, so a repeat of the move that got him that victory and those 14 points. It's been a great night for him so far. Second in racing, first in the Great Clip Skills Challenge. Can he make it first in freestyle as well? There's a great jump for Charlie Pawkin and another good slap wheelie. Not quite the distance he had on that one, but still got it up on 2 wheels.
I love the composure. Charlie just knows what he has to do, and he looks like he's got
Here's the backflip, Barry. Can he land it? He does. It looked like he was going sideways, but he lands it on all 4 tires, and he's going back for more. Great backflip for Charlie Pawkin.
Yes, and one thing I noticed right now is it looked like the rear sway bar is let go on Gravedigger, and that's why the tech officials have actually used the remote ignition interrupter. They want to make sure everybody's good and safe, and Charlie Pawkin, he's in 5th place right now.
So Charlie Pawkin has done enough to take back the lead for the overall event championship from Tom Mentz. However, he did leave that door slightly open, and Camden Murphy now needs a 4th place finish or better to beat the Gravedigger Monster Jam truck. Do you think Camden Murphy has it in him tonight?
I tell you what, when Camden Murphy is on his game, the only person that can beat him is Camden Murphy. He's that talented to be able to come to the table with the Bakugan Dragonoid truck and really just represent for Spin Master like no one else can. And really, it's just a testament of the driver that they chose in Camden. They believe in him. He believes in himself. Let's see what he's got.
So elaborate a little bit on that. You say that nobody can beat him other than himself. How does that work if you're a driver, as we see him go up the other side of that freestyle FMX ramp? What does he think about that could possibly get that mentality to where he defeats himself in this competition?
Well, there's a lot of pressure by going this late in the game in freestyle. You've watched your competitors go. You want to one-up them each time, but you got to have your equipment stay 100%. As you can see earlier, Charlie Pawkin lost the rear sway bar. So you got to hope that the truck can stay together and you can get that wow factor and just drive on the ragged edge.
Camden Murphy now setting up for a backflip. He likes to add a moonwalk after Kenny hit it. He can't even get the backflip, so he comes up short. What a disappointment for Camden Murphy.
That is a tough break. Oh, man, 9th place. That is not what Camden was looking for at this run.
Boy, Rosalie has a great future in front of her here at Monster Jam.
Yes, she sure does, Scott. And it's great to see her take home a big freestyle win in her home state of California.
Someone else celebrating tonight is Charlie Pawkin and the entire Gravedigger team. With his win tonight, Pawkin ties both Tom Meents and Cody Saucier on the season, claiming his second overall event championship of the year.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.